Welcome back. Let's talk about what you actually need before diving into this course. This is Lecture 1.3, Prerequisites, and I promise it's going to be the shortest prerequisite list you've ever seen for a Cisco course. No prior certifications, no expensive gear, no intimidating checklist, just a few simple things across hardware, software, and mindset. Here's where most courses lose people. They hit you with a wall of prerequisites that feel impossible if you're just starting out. Not this one. You don't need a CCNT, a CCT, a networking degree, or thousands of dollars in Cisco gear sitting in your basement. What you do need breaks down into just 3 clean buckets: the hardware that runs your labs, the free software we'll install together, and the mindset, the habit, that actually carries you through. So let's start with that first bucket, hardware. The good news is, whatever you're watching this on right now is almost certainly enough. Windows 10 or 11, macOS 10.14 or newer, or any mainstream Linux like Ubuntu, Debian, or Fedora, they all work. You'll want about 4 gigs of RAM, 8 if you're planning to run GNS3 or even, and roughly 20 gigs of free disk for the lab images. Honestly, any laptop from the last 6 or 7 years will handle everything we do. The one exception, Chromebooks and tablets just can't run the lab tools, so you'll need a proper desktop OS for this journey. With hardware sorted, let's talk software. And here's the best part. Every tool we use in this course is completely free and completely legal. 3 pieces make up the toolkit. Cisco Packet Tracer is the required one. The official Cisco simulator just needs a free Netacad account. GNS3 is recommended, an open-source emulator that runs real iOS images. And EVE-NG Community is optional for when you're ready to push into more advanced labs. But don't install anything yet. We'll do all 3 together, click by click, in Section 2. Now for the human side, the skills and mindset you'll actually need. 6 things. Download and install software, navigate files and folders, use a browser to create accounts, type commands carefully since the CLI is unforgiving about typos, follow English technical instructions, and hold your focus for 20 to 30 minutes at a stretch. Honestly, if you can use email and Google, you can already do everything on this list. The rest is just practice. Now, a quick note on what's nice to have, but truly not required. If you already know what an IP address or a router does, great, you've got a head start. If you've ever poked around in Command Prompt or Terminal, the CLI will feel familiar faster. A little high school math helps when we hit binary and hexadecimal in subnetting, but we walk through it step by step. And finally, a quiet space. 30 focused minutes will always beat 2 distracted hours. And speaking of those 30 minutes, let's talk about the real-time commitment. Plan on about 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, for roughly 8 to 12 weeks to go from 0 to exam ready. Consistency is what wins here, not weekend cramming sessions. But be honest with yourself. If 10 minutes a week is all you can spare right now, this isn't the right moment. Come back when your calendar can actually support real practice. Now, hardware and software we can hand you. But there's one thing no course can deliver, and that's the right mindset. Networking isn't something you memorize. It's something you build, break, and rebuild until it finally clicks. So bring patience when things feel confusing, because concepts often land on the 3rd attempt, not the 1st. Stay curious. Ask why, not just what. And don't be afraid to break your lab, because every error message is really a lesson in disguise. So before we taxi down the runway, let's run a quick pre-flight check together. You'll need a laptop or desktop with at least 4 GB of RAM, a stable internet connection for the downloads ahead, and roughly 30 minutes a day you can genuinely commit to hands-on practice. Add a willingness to install some free, legitimate lab software, plus that build, break, rebuild mindset we just talked about, and that's it. 5 boxes ticked? Then you're cleared for takeoff, and next up, we'll set up your lab environment. And that really is the whole picture. You're fully equipped. No missing piece, no hidden prerequisite, no excuse left between you and the skills you came here to build. From here on out, it's just you and the work ahead. In the next lecture, I'll show you exactly how to use this lab guide to get the most out of every session. See you in Lecture 1.4.